I've basically played Genshin now for about 2 years straight. A friend recommended it to me after I played Breath of the Wild, and really enjoyed it, to be honest. At first, when you meet Amber, I was a bit like this, you know, I was going to play it for a few hours, like a sponsored streamer would, and then never play it again. And ultimately, I ended up playing it and actually really enjoying it. I didn't really understand the game until later on, but I logged in every day to do my dailies. Eventually got into like the Welcome Moon. Lost every single 50-50 last year. I didn't win a 50-50 until the rerun of Yolan's banner earlier this year. And then since then, I've won about 3 or 4 50-50s. I won a Miko and a few others. But on just about every single banner, I went straight to pity. Never won a 50-50 for pretty much all of my characters in the first year playing. I never really swiped too hard. As I said, had the welcome, played every day, done my dailies every day, done the stories, done the side quests, done the events, filmed quite a bit of it. All in the hope that potentially I'd get some support down the line. You can see on my channel, I've done 94 videos now on my channel. I think I've just gotten rid of it. The community. So basically, I did a poll, and not that anyone likes my channel anyway. Should I quit Genshin? And basically, everyone said yes. Now, whether that was just one hater, I don't know. I have to take it as feedback, as what it is. And so, as a result, I've had to take into consideration: is having 2,000 hours essentially in this game going to be well worth it for me? Do I carry on? And when my mother passed away about 6 months ago, early this year, I went to a corner of the desert, which is where this sort of music is playing. It's a good score of music in the area, and I spent basically the whole day there, kind of crying and things. And it was annoying, but that's kind of where I wanted to be, and that's kind of where I chose to be, which is kind of weird to me, but that's what I did. And then actually the following few months after that, I actually didn't have the soundtrack on in the game. I just played the game as it was with no soundtrack, because I just found it all too kind of triggering for me. I kind of gotten a bit better with that now, and that's not been a big issue. And I really enjoyed the soundtrack in Genshin. That's probably one of the most appealing sides of it, in my eyes, plus with the combat. But I've said a piece recently. I've just uninstalled Honkai Star Rail in like my previous video. And I just wanted to cook a little bit in this. This is like my first video, apparently, of Genshin. This is in a similar fashion to what I did in my previous video, so you can see literally at the very beginning. I didn't really understand this game until, like, I don't know, quite far into it. But you can see here in my game playlist, I've got 67 videos, and none of these did well. These have all got less than 100 views. None of these have got 1,000 views. I did all this gameplay because thinking it would do well. You can see I think some of this was streamed, some of this was just kind of highlights of me going through it. But again, you know, like 20 views this got over a year ago. And meanwhile, you've got sponsored streamers who have never played the game and go completely clueless, and they're getting 500,000 views doing the exact same, if not worse, video than I've done here. And I don't know why. I just felt like working on my account for this time. I don't know. I just felt like I was going to potentially get somewhere with it, but just no. So I actually have ended up stopped doing just gameplay because I was aware this was never getting me anywhere. These videos were dead. You know, I started covering events, same issue, just completely dead content, 31 views. No one was interested, and I got onto this like almost immediately. It's not like I left it late or anything. And so then, influenced by other YouTubers like MTash and things, I just started to do guides because I felt like they were the more useful. People want videos that are going to be useful. You know, gameplay isn't useful. And as far as I'm concerned, gameplay is traditionally quite a dead content. So if you get views doing gameplay, you're either manipulating it with bots or you're someone god gamer or something, like Ninja or something. But again, I started doing these guides like my Bennett guide. Fuck me, my Bennett guide got 50 views. These have all got 50 or less views. And my idea was to go through all the characters, because I've had all the characters built on my account. If I go to my recent Collie video, you can see that pretty much I've pretty much got all my supports and all my main units built. We go here. I've uninstalled the game, so I can't access it, and I'm not installing it anymore. It's stupid. This is fucking stupid. But I've spent, you know, I spent literally 2 years in this game. I know everything. I know all the map. I know all the artifact system. I know all the details about the characters. I know their skills. I know their cooldowns. I know their passives. I know everything. I literally know everything, largely to do with gameplay, building, correct, how to do, you know, certain bosses, certain enemies, countering with elements, what element teams, from the lore to just everything. Like, it's a really in-depth, quite a complex game when you get into it, and this is stuff that pretty much no creator covers. People that play it would know how complex it is, because it's not easy, and I haven't swiped to do this. You can just swipe for resin and get a quick time boost on doing a lot of this. I haven't done that. I've literally waited. I've been time gated essentially. And I've just slowly ranked. You can say why 80, because 80 was the most reasonable for what I wanted to do, and I just wanted to build most of my units so I could create content to help people. Seemingly this Collie video is doing well, but I suspect it's being botted or someone's manipulating it, because my other videos never have, so why is this one popping off? I don't fucking know. It's really upset me, man. Like, I've covered previously channels that are basically being boosted and seemingly getting tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views within less than 24 hours. And not even covering the game. Some of it's just reacting. And it's like, what am I doing? Spending all this time and energy building my account if some just arsehat can come along and just make a half-cooked video and get 500,000 views for it, and they're sponsored, so they'll probably walked away with some good money out of it as well. Meanwhile, I'm doing this every day, logging in, doing my dailies, doing my quests, doing the events. And it's a good game, but I wouldn't grind it so hard if I didn't think I could have got something potentially out of it. And I wrote an email to Hoyo. I've had a brief apology back, but telling me to apply at their career options. The fuck, man. What's that going to do? You ain't going to accept me anyway. You would never want someone like me. Never. What's the point? There's literally 0 point even applying. There's literally 0 point. Why would they even bother? They would reach out to me before if they're even half interested. Absolute joke. And the thing is, as I said, my videos get like 50 views. This one's done all right, but like, so I showed that Bennett video and stuff. And so my idea was to do about another 30 guide videos, covering my characters, covering my account. Because all these units are built, I don't share like artifacts. They've all got a unique artifact set. They've all got a unique weapon. I don't share anything between units. I think that's just kind of cheating in many ways, really. But I know some creators literally have, like MTash, for example, only has like 5 artifact sets, and he just swaps them depending on what character he wants to use and when. And those artifact sets are cracked, you know, like probably like 300% crit damage, but that's literally what he does. And it's like, I think that most people would do that to get like each artifact set built, you know, it just takes like Venti. I mean, I got Venti recently, my recent units, and he's only just been built like a few days ago, only just got his talents to 8, his weapon to 90, you know, his actual leveling up to 80. I mean, I don't get the battle pass. I've had a few battle passes, like about 3 battle passes, 4 battle passes, something like that. I had some good weapon banner luck. I've had better weapon banner luck than probably 99% of people will ever have in this game. Again, people would think I'm a whale for it, but whatever. I could go and show it on my Hoyo lab. I don't know if I'm really fucking that interested, to be honest. I'm so upset with the whole thing. Hoyo lab's been good. I've enjoyed the community on Hoyo lab. It's can I just search for myself? Can I just fucking search for myself? Is that even possible? Oh, it is kind of possible. Who knew? One time a while ago, probably the best post I ever had on Hoyo Lab was me sharing a screenshot of my weapons, and since then I've actually had a few more, but it was the main post that did well for me. See how many videos I've posted on here. Yeah, here we go. It's a screenshot. And since then, I've probably got about 4 more gold weapons. And I have had really good luck on here. It's really bitter about the whole thing, man. I might come back, maybe. I just, right now, I can't, man. Seeing all these sponsored videos, the people getting the views, I can't compete. I can't compete, you know? It's like this guy that I'm talking about, this V2 guy, right, and pointed out in one of his videos, he's apparently a Final Fantasy fan. Imagine, and his Final Fantasy content is dead. Imagine if I went and started doing Final Fantasy content and all of a sudden I'm getting sponsored content, I'm getting 500,000 views, and he doesn't. Wouldn't you think he'd be fucking pissed off that all of a sudden this random Genshin player that's never played Final Fantasy is all of a sudden like smashing your channel to the ground? Having never even played the game before, you know, it's... I'm nearly about to fucking cry at the end of the day. I don't even know what to say anymore. I think that's kind of it. I've said my piece, really, but... I don't know, if you know someone at Hoyo, mention me in my channel, but I don't think they want me. I think, as I said before in the previous, I think they think I'm like Tectone or something. I assume someone at some point has seen my channel. And they've just probably assumed I've said something too much or said something too open, and you know, you're sponsored, you're not allowed to say certain things when you're sponsored, NDA and all the rest of it. I'm so pissed off, man. So pissed off. There's more, I guess, I want to say, but I don't know if it's even worth it, to be honest. I guess I've covered it in other videos. Probably the best video I've done. This video right here probably deserves, in my eyes, if this other dog shit gets 500,000 views, this video here deserves at least 1 million views. This would help a lot of people. World level 6 to world level 8. Tips and advice. I use an underleveled Barbara with no built artifacts. I don't think her weapon's even built. And I show that basically how a Barbara that's not even leveled can carry basically your entire game in Genshin. And this got only just recently 1,000 views, but this was dead in the water for a very long time. That's probably my most popular Genshin video I've ever had, right here. And that's so upsetting, because again, I think a video like that would help so many people. You've got 1,000-hour Genshin Player X to Genshin Impact as the best live service game. That was a Netcrit video that seemingly popped off. Again, another guy that was heavily sponsored to play the game. Played the game like an absolute clown, but somehow got millions of views doing it. I'm still surprised none of his chat told him he was doing stuff wrong. Guide A to A plus 10. This is I basically made a second account to do more guide stuff. It, you know, 250 views. That ended it. If that video had got a few thousand views, I would have carried on with that series, but it didn't. Free daily artifact route. You can get about 30-40 artifacts each day for free, and that's usually enough to rank up one of your artifacts in the game each day. 270 views. Dead. Like, I can't make it up, you know. I actually can't make it up. Elemental Mastery Bloom Barber in Genshin Impact, one of the most OP builds in Genshin that any free-to-play could have access to. Again, just dead. 270 views. It's fucking bullshit that these guys come out of nowhere and they get 10,000, 30,000, 150,000 views. It's fucking unbelievable, man. So if you want to complain, anyone, everyone's not going to disagree with me on this shit, but you play a game for 2,000 hours and then just get these people come and shit on you. It's so upsetting. It's so fucking upsetting, man. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done. We're just ranting at this point. Thank you for watching. If you did, if you're new, subscribe, help support, and dislike whatever you disagree. You've got to do. Everyone's disliking my shit at the minute. I'm getting mass dislikes. So just, you know, just leave a dislike for good measure, I suppose.